Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right.
Right now.
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 Right now. Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Because it's time to write now.
Right 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 now.
Right.
Right now.
And we are live. Welcome to another daily writing stream. Today, we're going to work on, I'm going to work on the next draft of this Last Scarecrow. I invite you to come join me for a live co-working session. Now, for those of you who know, I've gotten halfway through the third draft of the Last Scarecrow that's out in the hands of beta readers, which means it's time for me to return to the back end of the book as I continue finishing the developmental tweaks to some of the characters and plot lines. That means that it's time for me to return to writing sprints. So we're going to be queuing up more writing sprints in the weeks to come. I'm getting through the back end of my book, The Last Scarecrow. What are you working on? I would love to hear. Drop a comment. So we're going to kick off with one 25-minute writing sprint to start off, and we'll see what we see. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Kaufman, daily writing streamer, fantasy enthusiast, and dragon author. Yes, that's what I am. And we're going to get into it because I'm already you guessed it, right now. So let's do it. I already have my writing software all set up, and I had it set for the screen share. There we go. Hey, what's up, Zen? Always good to see you, my friend. You're like, what about this free edit stream? Yeah, so for anybody who wants to sign up for the editing stream, last year I did I tested out a free editing stream where basically writers from the community could submit to have an excerpt of their piece edited. It was very, very popular. It's probably one of my most heavily requested streams to come back to. Due to the end of the year stuff, I just wasn't able to focus on it, but I knew it was about time. So if you want free editing for a story excerpt, all you have to do is submit. The link to submit is down in the YouTube description. Essentially, I will do a live editing on it. Whether your piece is selected or you just come show up and hang out, you'll see techniques that'll help you with your own editing process. So like I said, the submission link for the editing stream is down in the YouTube description. Submit now. I will see just how many pieces I can get through, and we'll figure it out together, which pieces are in need of a developmental edit, a line edit, or a copy edit, the three types. So it'll be tomorrow, 1 Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for asking, Zencast. Definitely looking forward to getting into that. And awesome. So without further ado, hey, what's up, Vamika? Lucky. Absolutely love it, my friend. So without further ado, let's get into the first writing sprint. I will kick off the music and let's see what we see. We'll check back in after the break and let's try to make a push. Man, I'm going to have to spend some time getting back into the back end of this book, seeing where I left off at. So let's do it. Whether you're writing, editing, revising, author branding, or you're just hanging out, come join us because it's time to write now. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. So yay. So glad we got the little break there. I am so stoked. I was like, oh, nice. I was like, there we go. There's my break. Ah, man. So I was able to get a little revision work done there. So it's kind of interesting. Because it's been a little while since I've been working on Act 3. I want to say that I went to go start the third draft. I want to say maybe 2 months ago. It's what, February? Yeah, I think around the beginning of January. It's been about 2 months since I've been working on this part of the book. And it's interesting because I had to go back at least 1 or 2 chapters and kind of get myself back into the mindset. It's just such a darker part of the book. And we are traveling companion, our heroes. Right now, we're currently with Scarecrow, Pebble the Pixie, Gore the Grizzly Bear, and Lady Skunk are the 4 who are traveling together. And it's such a different dynamic than our groupings that we had in the front half of the book. So I'm having to get myself back into this different group dynamic as we're traveling through some very interesting, through some much interesting, darker settings as our heroes are traveling into the Nightlands. So very cool. So it's interesting when you take a breather from something and then kind of have to like get yourself back into the vibe. How did that sprint treat you? Were you able to make any progress that time? Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hey, what's up, Mary? Like, hey, long time since I've been able to catch this. Small progress on my story. Life does get in the way. But that totally happens to the best of us, my friend. Sometimes I feel like life gets super crazy, and then we have to take a step back from writing. That's definitely happened to me before, especially with like family stuff, life stuff, whether that's the world, family, health, jobs, just anything in between. So but always good to see you hanging out around the community, Mary. And hopefully this year you'll be able to get a little bit more time on your writing again. So hopefully, fingers crossed. So far, the beginning of 2026 has been really, really productive for me. It's been extremely productive. So I'm really happy with how it's shaped up so far. I'm feeling pretty good. It's as I've started getting into the beginning of this chapter, I'm like, all right, so I'm kind of getting back into like the fun, darker parts of this book. And then, of course, we're getting more, the upcoming chapters are going to start getting into the crux of Scarecrow's journey. So that's really the core beats. Yeah, we're getting to the core beats of Scarecrow's journey and everything that he's overcoming. So, oof, crazy stuff ahead. It's always fascinating because it's like I've been working at the front half for so long. It's just such a different vibe. The Scarecrow book is broken up into 4 acts, and each act tonally just has a very different feel than the other acts. So It's always interesting when you're comparing the different act structures. Hey, what's up, Grover? Welcome back. I'm new here, but I'm working my debut novel, about halfway done. Name is Grover K. Good to meet you guys. What's up, my friend? Always good to have other fellow writers in the chat. Welcome. What type of novel are you working on? Always love to hear more about like the genre, the story. We get so many different styles of writers come through the Right Now community. Would love to hear more. I'm working on The Last Scarecrow. Hopefully it'll be done. Hopefully we'll have it ready to publish by May 15th, which will have put me at working it at about 2.5 years. So I kind of got to push. But Scarecrow is a dark fantasy action adventure novel. And right now, I think it looks like I'm about 65% of the way through it. Or through the second draft. No. Yeah, 50% of the way through draft 3, 65% of the way through draft 2. So, yeah. I'm super stoked. Awesome. And it looks like we're about to get back into it. So let's try to push. Let's try to make some progress on the second sprint. I believe in us. And I think today is kind of helping me like restructure and reformat and get back into the part of the book that I need to, as I need to start thinking through these next couple of chapters. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good place. And of course, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to tap that subscribe button. After 766 consecutive streams and many more to count, we've got the writing vibes for you. So if you need consistency, accountability, or just some other writers to hang out with, the Right Now community is the right place for you. So tap that subscribe button and you'll be alerted when I or we go live. All right. So let's do it. I'm going to go here and reset this. All right. And we're going to do a second writing sprint. And let's do it. That's about how much time I have time for today. So I feel pretty good. I got 25 minutes on the clock. We're going to push and we're going to see just what we can accomplish. So whether you're writing, editing, revising, author branding, or something in between, come join us because it's time to write now. right. So that was our second writing sprint. Were you able to make some progress that time? Hopefully, fingers crossed, we were able to make a little bit of a push. I feel like I did good. So I did a review. It was like a light review of that previous chapter. I kind of needed to get myself back into the headspace of our current cast of characters. And I feel like I did. I'm like remembering, I was like, okay, I had adjusted that chapter. It's kind of it's like a transitionary traveling. It's like a transitionary travel action adventure travel chapter. And we have very few of those throughout the book. And I felt like having one there was very, very necessary because a lot of times I felt like it worked well. Because it's also building up tension because the reader's expecting something to happen. They're expecting something. So I'm drawing the tension out until the thing does happen. So we'll see. I know the next chapter I have to get into is an actual action chapter. So I have to get myself back into. I was like, I forgot how I had worded or gone through this next obstacle exactly. I feel like I have to make some adjustments to it. But yeah, feeling like we made some progress. Nice, Calvin. Like, yes, I just finished my first short and have it posted on platforms. Calvin, that's awesome. That's really awesome. You should definitely drop a comment in the Discord. Drop a comment. Would love to post it if people want to go check it out. That's really, really exciting, my friend. Yay, so awesome. I think once we're able to start like writing and posting stuff, I feel like that it feels like such a huge accomplishment. So very, very happy for you, my friend. Yeah, but that's all that I got for you guys today. Like I said, it was a little bit of a shorter sprint. I was able to get through the hour. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to post a link, absolutely. I don't think it'll let you post in the chat, but if you want to post it in the Discord, I can drop it for you. Or you can just message me. But yeah, that's kind of all that I got for the writing stream for the day because I have to get going on to my next thing. But I appreciate all y'all. I absolutely appreciate all y'all. I feel like we were able to get a little bit of a push. Make sure that if you got value out of today's stream, tap that like button. Help us show the algorithm that writing streams are cool. I'll be back tomorrow with the editing stream, Story Edit Now, where I edit stories from writers in the community. If you want a free edit on your story excerpt, submit now. It's linked down in the YouTube description. Our editing stream, we did the first episode last year, and it's been one of my most highly requested live streams to return to. So we'll see that tomorrow, 1 Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll be here and I'll catch you then. But unfortunately, that brings us to the end of the stream. Don't forget, words are wind, but stories are forever. I'm Kaufman, and I'll catch you on the morrow. Stay creative, writers. Words are wind, but stories are forever. I'm Kaufman, and I'll catch you on the morrow. Stay creative, writers. It's time to write.
Right now.
Sorry.
Right now, not right now, but right now. Read now, right now. Is that right?
Words are wind,